Nan Huai-Chin. If there is someone who understands emptiness and prajna and guides her on the path of meditation, she will progress quickly. Case Study 4. Female Psychologist. Translation. When she was a child, she attended a religiously oriented summer camp. Afterward, she began to feel that she was one with God and all of nature. This feeling lasted for about a year. As she grew older, she experienced several severe episodes of depression, one of which was so serious that she had to be hospitalized. In 1960 and 1970, she attempted suicide twice, with each attempt resulting in several days of unconsciousness. In 1972, she began practicing intensive meditation, which helped her cope with the trauma of losing her daughter and also cured her asthma. She practiced meditation for about 6 months, then stopped for 6 months, before resuming again. However, she changed her meditation method, adopting the Buddhist contemplation method, where she observed her breath, bodily sensations, and thoughts. Over time, the length of her meditation sessions increased, and by the summer of 1974, she was meditating for 3 to 4 hours daily. During this period, she began to feel her meditation deepening. Once, while meditating, she felt confused and disoriented, unsure of where she was, and began to experience fear. Soon after, she felt a sharp pain at the base of her left big toe, which spread like ripples of water up her leg. Her left pelvis and perineum then felt swollen and inflamed. As the pain reached her lower back, her body suddenly twisted sharply to the right. At that moment, she clearly felt a desire to help save all beings in her abdomen. Upon this realization, a cool sensation descended from her head to her chest, shoulders, and arms. She also reminded herself, "I am not ready yet." This experience lasted from 10 to 30 minutes after an hour of meditation. A few months later, she retreated for some time. During her retreat, she felt a powerful force moving her body, and she perceived, as if seeing it, a beam of light from her pelvis reaching up to her head. She also felt that her body was split in the middle. In 1975, a Tibetan master told her that her energy flow was overly focused inward, so she began practicing Tibetan visualization methods. Since then, she began experiencing the opening and closing of different energy centers, chakras, in her body. During meditation, her head and throat would make popping sounds, sometimes even during the day. The flow of energy and associated pain persisted for a long time. By the end of the year, she was able to sleep 3 to 4 hours each night. One night in a dream, she encountered Swami Muktananda and sought his guidance. He taught her a mantra and instructed her to focus on her head and not on her body, similar to the contemplation method. After this, her body began moving more intensely, but the pain and fear diminished, while feelings of joy and bliss increased. The pulsating and warming sensations in her lower back and hands also intensified. She began to realize that certain stronger parts of her body were hindering her personal and psychological growth. It wasn't until 1987 that she truly began to resolve the psychological trauma caused by the unfortunate experiences of her childhood. Recently, her old condition of stupid fire headaches, a common symptom associated with meditation, has persisted, but the energy she once felt seems to have disappeared. She now maintains a spiritual connection with many living and deceased teachers. Her psychic abilities have increased, and she has begun offering energy healing treatments to others. Master Huai. This case is different from the previous ones. Some of her experiences could be attributed to karmic habits from past lives, but unfortunately, she doesn't understand the principle of emptiness. She doesn't know how to empty her thoughts and contemplate her mind. If someone who understands emptiness and prajna were to guide her along the meditation path, her progress would be rapid. Of course, this also requires prajna and the virtues of prajna. Physically, her brain still has some issues, with problems in her cervical spine, lumbar spine, and sciatica. Mr. Kai, why is she able to heal others? Master Huai, this is due to her mental consciousness. When you move your thoughts, you can also heal others. Sometimes simply focusing your attention can help heal someone. This is the same with Qigong healing. It's not about curing the root cause of an illness, but offering some assistance in the moment. All forms of Qigong healing work in this way. It cannot provide a permanent cure. Mr. Bao, was the Indian master's teaching correct? Master Huai, not necessarily. According to Chan Buddhism, that's adding one more layer. But generally, Tibetan lamas and other teachers use these methods. The principle of emptiness is the most difficult to understand. How would ordinary people know about it? Didn't I tell you before that emptiness can break all laws, generate all things, and encompass everything?